I'm Walter Koroshetz, the Director of the National Institute of Neurological Disorders and Stroke. I'm honored to lead an organization of talented people pulling for us to help advance our mission, and that is to learn more about how the brain and nervous system work and how things go wrong in hundreds of neurological disorders so that we can better treat and prevent them. We are also heavily committed to training, educating about neurological disorders, and building a diverse workforce in neuroscience. So I want to say congratulations to everyone receiving the NIH Director's Award this year. It reflects your exceptional dedication and commitment to the NIH mission, which I believe we all share, especially at NINDS. So I'm proud to announce the 2020 NIH Director Award recipients from NINDS. In the scientific and medical category, I'm pleased to recognize Dr. Deborah Babcock for her outstanding leadership in problem solving in the successful launch of the Accelerated Medicine Partnership for Parkinson's Disease, the Public Data Knowledge Portal. Dr. Babcock is a program director at NINDS and co-chairs the AMPD Steering Committee. The MPD program brings together government, industry, and nonprofit partners to more quickly identify and confirm biomarkers that can be used to diagnose Parkinson's disease and track its progression. With Deb's guidance, the Data Knowledge Portal has become a central place where scientists can store complex data and compare information gathered from different programs. Essentially, the portal brings scientists to the data, which increases opportunities to work together on the most promising biomarkers to use to inform clinical trials and clinical research. A unique feature of the Data Knowledge Portal is that it allows researchers to analyze data from across an individual's lifespan or disease course, which could help us find better ways to treat and hopefully prevent Parkinson's disease in the future. Another NINDS staffer who is receiving an NIH Director's Award in the scientific and medical category is Dr. David Jett for programmatic leadership and research of countermeasures against chemical threat agents. Dr. Jett directs our NIH Countermeasures Against Chemical Threats, or Counteract program. NIH and the Counteract program receive special congressional funds to develop drugs and tools to treat people in the event of a chemical exposure during, say, industrial accidents, natural disasters, or terrorist threats. The program is designed to more rapidly and effectively respond during these chemical emergencies. Dr. Jett's scientific interest is in the impact of chemical agents on nervous system function, including the molecular and cellular mechanisms of cognitive and neural development. He has specific expertise and experience with pesticides and nerve agents. The Society of Toxicology has named Dr. Jett the 2020 Translational Impact Awardee for his leadership in the scientific community related to the development of safer and more effective treatments for exposure to highly toxic agents and the development of a new field of translational toxicology. Also in the scientific and medical category, I'm pleased to recognize Dr. Tom Rees for continued discoveries revealing the molecular composition and structure of synapses through high-power microscopy. Dr. Rees is the chief of the NINDS Laboratory of Structural Cell Biology and has directed its operations since 1983. I'm proud to say he's been at NIH for more than 40 years and was a mentor to me in 1985 at the Marine Woods Hole neurobiology course. Dr. Rees's research is on the basic cell biology of the neuron, in particular on synapses and transmission of information and materials in axons. Tom and his lab are using advanced light and electron microscopy along with biochemistry to answer important questions in cellular neurobiology. His current projects focus on the structure and function of the postsynaptic density and the molecular machinery for transporting proteins that are necessary for the development and maintenance of axons. In the administrative category, I am pleased to recognize Dr. Maureen Gormley for being a driving force for inclusion of staff with disabilities into the NIH workforce and in reducing stigma associated with employees' intellectual disabilities. Dr. Gormley's executive career spans 30 years at NIH, and she's been at NINDS since 2016 as our Associate Director for Management. She's an expert in organizational development and leadership and has a special talent for creating and directing administrative services that support patient care and science. Well, as Chief Operating Officer of the Clinical Center in 2010, Dr. Gormley brought the Project Search program, an on-the-job education and training program for young adults with intellectual and developmental disabilities to the NIH. Over the past 10 years, a number of institutes and centers have participated in Project Search by hosting interns in rotations, development opportunities each year. Since the program's inception, 93 interns have graduated, 55 have received employment offers from NIH, 48 hires have maintained their employment, and Project Search continues to improve on an already impressive 87% retention rate. Dr. Gormley's dedication and tirelessly support of Project Search program has helped change the mindset of staff across NIH about the value and impact of hiring staff with disabilities. Also, in the administrative category, I am pleased to recognize NINDS Budget Officer Quinn Lee for extraordinary competence, creativity, and leadership in finalizing the fiscal 2019 budget for the Helping to End Addiction Long-Term, or HEAL initiative. The HEAL initiative was announced by Dr. Collins in early 2018. It involves nearly every NIH institute and center in looking at ways to reverse the national opioid crisis, reduce the risks of opioid use and misuse, and improve the treatments for chronic pain patients so that they don't rely as much on opioid drugs. In fiscal year 2019, the NIH HEAL initiative funded $945 million in research to tackle the opioid crisis. This included nearly 375 grants to institutes, universities, and centers in 41 states. Ms. Quinn Lee worked with the NIH HEAL Director, Rebecca Baker, and the NIH Office of the Director to manage and execute all the HEAL grants, which were spread across 12 institutes and centers. Really quite an amazing feat. Quinn joined NINDS in 2002. She also oversees budgets of the NIH Blueprint and the Brain Initiative programs and has served on many trans-NIH committees and working groups. Through her career at NIH, Ms. Lee has made substantial contributions to help advance NINDS as well as trans-NIH budgets and financial management capabilities. And then next, extremely pleased to recognize NINDS Deputy Director, Dr. Nina Shore, for exemplary performance while demonstrating significant leadership, skill, and ability in serving as a mentor. Dr. Shore is receiving the Ruth L. Kirstenstein Mentoring Award, which promotes mentoring activities at NIH and establishes mentoring as a core value at the NIH. Dr. Shore has mentored more than 80 trainees during her career. She was named a Master Mentor by the National Research Mentoring Network. This network is a part of the NIH Diversity Program Consortium and connects underrepresented trainees in the sciences to biomedical professionals who can offer mentorship and professional guidance. As a natural extension of her long-term passion for all aspects of mentorship, Dr. Shore has continued to foster the growth of her mentees and colleagues at NINDS. In 2019, NINDS published The Scholar in the Mirror, Dr. Shore's Guide to a Life in Science, for the benefit of staff and the broader extramural community. It offers tips including how to build and maintain active professional relationships with mentors and becoming a mentee to others. In conjunction with this guide, Dr. Shore established Career Conversations for NINDS staff, in which she leads a series of intimate discussions with prominent figures around NIH about all things career and leadership. This series presents a unique opportunity for both career development and networking for NINDS staff and trainees. And she also has a blog called The Shore Line, very good, which explains science and lay language for the public. Congratulations to all of the 2020 awardees. Thank you very much.